You guys think that they need to bring back the multi-rev cave, bring back the mafia? We don't have many PvPers in here, so I don't know if people can answer, but they definitely need to do something. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's whenever I ask people like, all right, what do you do to fix multi? They're like, something. That's like the answer that most people give. That is a very accurate answer, or the answer I hear a lot. And it's just like nobody really knows. And then if you actually give an idea, everyone's like, that's bad. So nobody knows how to fix it. Nobody knows how to fix the wilderness. It's in a tough spot. You guys really think they should just remove the wilderness? Are we in a time where the wilderness just doesn't work anymore? What's bad about the wilderness? Why don't people like it? Is it fine the way that it is? Might be fine the way that it is. I don't know if there necessarily needs to be any changes, but every time I hear people complaining about the wilderness, it's like, okay, what can be changed? And then there's nothing good really ever said or agreed upon, or there's no ideas being brought to the table or something that they haven't already tried. I don't know, guys. I don't know if that would, if there's anything that needs to be changed, or if there is anything that can be done. I think it just has to stay the way that it is.
You'd be making 6, 7, 8 times more than what you were meant to be making there. Sometimes even more than that. But again, that's a problem that can also have been solved through balancing in terms of drop tables. But I would love to see something similar like that coming out again. I don't think that the rev caves as they are now should ever be turned back to multi.
Yeah.
I think they should remain as they are. But there's being a deeper level to the caves that has a multi area that is separate to them, I think would work.
New Revenant monsters.
Yeah, no, I think it's been presented before in Game Jam pitches. I think even as part of the huge wilderness rework that was imagined by.
So you have a cave inside of the Revenant cave to go deeper, to delve deeper, where it's multi PK, and there's a boss that drops some juicer loot down there. Okay, maybe.
Soften, back when Mod Soften was here and put that forward.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
There was, collaboration between, herself, myself, others, Manked as well, that included an area of multi Revenant Cave-esque type area. So there's definitely an appetite for it within the team, and I would love to see it come back.
Yeah, I like having the option of both. For example, when I was playing my Irish Card Fireman.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
I agree with that. That's why I like that.
Somewhere where you have to go to multi in order to get the item. That's why the wilderness bosses are good, because you can get the Voidwaker piece and the Dragon Pickaxe from the single bosses, but you can have a better chance if you go to multi. So I like both options. I think the problem for me is because of the amount of worlds now, because of the WoW creators coming over, there's so many more worlds. Like my recent video, like there's so many worlds, so it just takes a very long time to find people now.
That is true. More worlds equals bad for PvPers. Because less people in wilderness per world. Harder to find people if more worlds. More people equals more PvM, not more PvP. And it's not my fault. I'm not a WoW player. I'm a RuneScape player. So I don't know what he's saying.
Now, that's the biggest issue for me, I would say.
That's also an issue like we've thought about so many times of recent. Whenever we add new worlds, we always, not everyone, but there'll always be a message that gets put up of like, this is just going to make this problem even worse. And it's kind of like, yes, it is, but at the moment, what can we do about it? And we've toyed around the idea of wilderness restricted worlds, having it so that you can only enter the wilderness on certain worlds. But I think for the vast majority of players, they would hate that. And that would cause a lot of frustration and resentment towards PvP. And that's something that I think we've tried really hard in recent years to...
Chat, I love more worlds. I love not running into PvPers. They're just going to kill me. I don't have anything on me. It's literally just annoying. I'm already not willing to risk anything. So the only thing I'm losing when I die is time. So it's just like, why? You know what I mean? Why am I having to get killed right now? That's the way I feel about it.
Reduce friction, right, between those who don't want to go there versus those that do but aren't having a good experience. It's more open and that there are more people generally there. I think restricting it down would exacerbate that problem so much worse. And I don't think there's a good solution to fixing that. But what do you think? I mean, I'm assuming you would like it, but how would you think about solving the
obviously
problem?
It's not as easy as just wilderness restricted worlds. So I've not really thought about it, but that is the basic, because there's so many worlds. You can, like, videos take a very long time to make, just trying to find people.
Yeah. I think it's it's definitely a problem we need to figure about solving for the long term, because if PvP is going to continue to be a focus, this is only ever going to get worse as the game grows, and the game is.
I mean, the only thing I could think of for that problem is to restrict wilderness to like a few different worlds, but then you have overpopulation issues on those worlds, and it causes a whole nother problem. So there has to be a better solution.
Growing. So we do need to consider solutions.
I mean, to be honest, like the wilderness, I'd say that's more of an issue rather than like in terms of Venge peaking. I mean, when I go to Bounty Hunter, I mean, it's not like the craziest active, but it's like you find fights.
In Bounty Hunter, I never struggled to find a fight.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter and high risk worlds, there's people peaking, and if you go to the regular PvP world, that's good. Like, I'd say it's not bad at all. I would just, I guess there's
nothing they can do about world hopping though, because like,
cheese in it,
you know what I mean? When they added new worlds, it's needed, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It's like we have to
how can you defeat the purpose of Alex having to hop an extra world? You can't.
Do you think we need to do more in terms of signposting people to certain areas? Because I know that like naturally areas are formed. You talked back, pre-EOC, there was the east of the river south. I remember that there used to be, a spot for range tanks. There was a spot for Brids. There was a spot for lower level Darrow PKers. There was a spot for people that wanted to use Ice Blitz and Barrage. Do you think we should be doing more to kind of like help curate those? Or do you think that they're better being built up by the community and forming naturally?
PKers hate fair fights. That's why they avoid LMS and Duel Arena and kill PVMers and Rags instead. Maybe the awards are not good enough to incentivize the PvPers to want to level up their rank in said arena. Maybe there just needs to be more incentives for the PvPers to go PvP there and get their ranking up. What if the top 0.1% of people on the ladder got a Zuckhelm like cosmetic that got taken, that got unequipped whenever they weren't at the top of the ladder, and they could wear it, only they could wear it, and you had to be top 100 on the ladder. 100 PvP, top 100 PvPers get the Zuckhelm, get the PvP Zuckhelm. And people would fight for prestige and cosmetics. You know what I mean?
It's a hard one. It really is a hard one, though, isn't it? So how would you designate it? You know what I mean? Like,
everybody would watch Odablock go and try to be top 100 PvPers in RuneScape, so he could keep his helmet. And then once his ranking started to drop, people would be like, "All right, Oda, time to get your ranking back up. You're gonna lose your helmet," and then he'd have to go back to the arena. They're gonna be farming bots? No, I mean, they would have to have somebody they would have to get rid of the bots. And then when the bot, so like, okay, let's say the bot gets to rank 10. Eventually that rank 10 bot is going to get reported. He's going to get banned, and then he's going to lose his spot on the top 100. All the bots that are in the top 100 will continue to get banned because they will get reported. What do you mean bots don't get banned? Yes, they will. They'll get reported. You guys have that little faith in Jagex. Bots get banned all the time, guys. More than you think. Okay, so by y'all's definition, PvP is screwed no matter what. Every idea is bad until you get rid of bots. And since bots are never getting removed, PvP will never be a thing in RuneScape. Did I sum that up for you guys? Is that what you're saying? So there's no point in talking about it until the bots are gone. Okay.